Welcome back to another episode of Smokin Sullys Barbecue. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and get started with deep fried coconut shrimp. They are delicious, they're crispy, and it's an excellent thing to pass around for like a Super Bowl appetizer or anything you want like that. So stay tuned, and if you're enjoying these videos, like, subscribe, and share. Thanks a lot. Step one, we're going to mix the batters, and we're going to also mix all of our dry ingredients. So we're starting off with our starches and our flour. So we're starting off with potato flour, coconut flour, salt, plenty of salt. I would say maybe like about a quarter teaspoon or half teaspoon of salt, depending on how salty you like it. Now we're adding in about a half a teaspoon to a full teaspoon of garlic powder or granulated garlic. The same thing's true for onion powder, granulated onion. Right here, we're using a granulated onion, and then we're going to go ahead and add in our paprikas and spices. I also recommend adding in a little bit of coconut sugar. Coconut sugar brings in a little sweetness into it, and then a little bit of black pepper. Once you have the black pepper in it, go ahead and mix it up, and while you're mixing it, add in panko if you'd like. We're adding a lot of panko in there, and then coconut flour. If you are gluten-free or making it for a gluten-free crowd, I'd recommend using something, an alternative to panko, like maybe like cornmeal or polenta. That'll add a little crunchiness to it. That'll be really nice. So once you add in the panko, you're gonna mix it up. I would recommend doing two batters, and then once you're done with the batter, you're gonna add in egg whites and really mix up your egg whites. So here in the next scene, after you really completely stir this around, you're gonna go ahead and switch bowls. You're gonna add another bowl for egg whites, and the egg whites you're gonna need to get beaten really, 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 really carefully. So just keep beating the egg whites and mixing them up until they're real frothy, almost like a meringue. And then once they're real frothy, you can go ahead and get started with mixing all of your ingredients. All right, for our next sequence of producing this is we went ahead and made another batter. So we have two dry batters and the mixture. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of dry batter and then into the meringue or into the whipped beat eggs, and then we're gonna go ahead and move the raw shrimp through the system. It's gonna go dry ingredients, wet ingredients, dry ingredients, and then we're gonna get another plate over here, and we're gonna add everything over to the other plate. So we're just gonna kind of keep this process going and going and going. So it's gonna go dry batter, dry batter, egg egg whites, beaten egg whites, and dry batter again. And it's just gonna keep doing this process over and over again. This is easy. My son, you can see my son's hands are in there, and he's doing the exact same process I am. And we just kind of repeat the process. Bop, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, as you process all of these, hopefully you have enough dry batter and enough egg yolks. If you don't, go ahead and add a little bit more or make some more mix. But at the very end, what I like to do is I like to really kind of compress, and you see I'm kind of like grabbing all the rest of the dry batter, adding it into the rest of the coconut shrimp, and then I'm really pushing it all into each other and really compressing the dry batter all over the shrimp. And you can see in this, oops, drop one. You can see in this image, in this part of the video, you can see I'm really adding all the rest of the coconut powder to the fish fry. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and warm up the skillet. Here I'm warming up the skillet. I'm adding in a combination of coconut oil and beef tallow for the finishing part of the cook. Once the beef tallow and coconut oil all melts and the pan is up to about 350 degrees, you're going to want to start adding in the shrimp. Okay, so right here you see the shrimp, right when I put it in, it started bubbling. Now, if you put it in a little too early, you're going to want to go ahead and like really heat things up. But right off the bat, these are the pan was about 325, 350 degrees hot. and the oil inside the pan was. So you're gonna keep adding these shrimp in there at 350 degrees and let them cook and let them get nice and crispy. The longer they cook, the crispier they're gonna get. After about 3 minutes, the bottom of the shrimp are gonna get golden brown. You want it to be nice, and it's okay if there's even a little bit black, but you don't want it to be all black. Just like a few little dark brown spots is perfect. Flip the shrimp and let them cook a little bit longer. It should be about 3 minutes per side, maybe 2.5 minutes, and but don't let them go more than a total of 5 to 6 minutes here. The ideal cooking time for these shrimp is really fast and quick. And once they cook for about 3 minutes, you're going to start pulling them off out of the skillet. And when you pull them off the skillet, make sure you put them on and let all the oils dry. And then you're going to move them over to a plate. You could even add a little bit of paper towel underneath that plate, underneath the shrimp, and you're going to transfer all the shrimp over to a separate plate and let them air dry. Oh my God, these coconut shrimp are delicious. When I serve this, I like to serve it on white rice,
Mm. They're
carrots,
gonna taste great with a little chili lime sauce.